What's going on, guys? We are live with TNN Motorsports Hardcore Heat on the Dreamcast. This is also known as Buggy Heat if you're in Europe or in Japan. This is one of the most underrated racing games on the Dreamcast, as far as I'm concerned. For some reason, this game got really bad reviews. For example, GameSpot, I think, gave it 4.6 out of 10 or something like that. Another review I read gave it a 1.5 out of 5. I think that's really harsh. I had a lot of fun with this game. I bought it probably about a couple years ago, and I played through the entire thing, and I had a lot of fun with it. I really like this game. It's a very arcadey feeling racing game, and I think it's a lot of fun. And we're going to play through, I don't know if we're going to play through the entire championship mode, but we're going to try and play through as much of it as I can in this live stream. But yeah, we're going to jump right into it and get into some arcade racing action. So hello to everyone in the chat, Poopy Doop, Dingo, and Purple Phantom. So yeah, let's jump into the championship. I actually want to show you guys the AI builder later in this as well. It's just a really cool feature of this game. I'll explain more of that later. But let's jump right into the championship mode here. For the life of me, I could not find my save file for this game. I had a completed save file and I couldn't find it anywhere. I must have deleted it at some point. I don't know why I would have done that, but yeah, it's gone. I looked through all my VMUs, could not find it anywhere. So we're starting from the beginning, which is what I planned on doing anyway, but alright, so here are the different vehicles, different drivers. What's cool is each one of the drivers kind of has its own unique personality, which is cool. They have some voice clips they do when you drive past people and hit them. It's kind of cool at first, but gets annoying after a while. But yeah, it's kind of cool that they all have their own personalities. Let's see, I'm gonna go with one of the trucks. I think they're easier to control than the cars, especially on the off-road sections, which is primarily an off-road racing game, but there are some pavement sections as well. Sand Dragon, I think, is the one that I played through the championship with before. So I might go with someone different, though. I can go with the Girth 2000 with Henry McGregor, or there's also Hammerhead with Paul LeBlanc. I can try the Hammerhead. They all have different specs, as you see, weight, max power, torque. I never really pay much attention to vehicle stats in any racing games, but you can also choose between automatic and manual transmission. I'm gonna just do automatic. Alright, so go race. You can go to the garage as well, customize your car, tuning, decals, paint. I actually might do some of that. I don't think I've ever actually messed with any of this before. Ooh, skull and crossbones, let's do that. Decals. Oh, you can select, okay, cool. I don't know. Speed. Really creative. Let's see what we can do for a paint job. Ooh, we got green, black, blue. So that's about it. Valveal green? Okay, sounds cool to me. Alright, we'll go with that. No thanks. Alright, go race. Some reason the voices are really funny. Yeah, they're kind of funny. As I said, they do get kind of annoying after a while because you hear all the different clips over and over again, but one of the things I don't really like about this game is the collision. When you collide with other cars, you tend to get stuck on them. It's really glitchy and weird. Okay. It's a little hard to control on the sand. I need to get used to this game again. It takes a while to get used to the controls. Plus, I've never played this car before, so they all control a little bit differently. This one, I think, feels a little bit heavier than the other ones. It looks heavier, so that would make sense. Not sure I'm a big fan of this vehicle yet. It seems a bit harder to control. Maybe I should have gone with the Sand Dragon, but I think you can change your vehicle later on. I don't think you have to do the whole championship with the same vehicle. I could be wrong, though. But there are 3 different levels to the championship. There's easy, medium, and hard. So I can always change it on the next difficulty level. I should be able to get through easy pretty much with any vehicle. The AI on the easy level is, well, easy.
Careful! I'm alive!
Sorry, I'm not paying too much attention to the chat. I'd rather stay on the road. I will read some of your comments. Right now, I guess, because there was only... Was that only one lap? Yeah. So that was a fairly short race. I think this game's good. Yeah, I do like the game. Very underrated. Okay, let's see. We're going on to Egypt. Sounds good to me. Yeah, so you can't change your vehicle in the middle of a championship. I should be able to do it at the beginning of the next difficulty level, though. Maybe I'll do better on this one, because this vehicle seems like it would be more geared towards off-roading, which this is mostly off-road on this track. A lot of sand, as you'd expect in Egypt. Oh, that's a sharp turn. Yeah, the AI is pretty much non-existent in the first level of the championship. You really don't even have to try, just stay on the track. They definitely get a lot more difficult later on, though. That is a low overhang.
Don't care.
U-turn. More like a stop and turn. I love the arcade feel of this game. In a lot of ways, it feels almost like a first-party Sega game. The announcer actually kind of reminds me of the announcer from Propeller Arena. But yeah, the arcadey feel feels a lot like a first-party Sega game, even though it's not. Even the look of it. It's got some good, colorful graphics to it. It is a very good looking game for the most part. There are some weird things like the sand that kicks up behind your tires. Almost looks more like a graphical glitch than an actual graphics effect, as you can see there. Just looks kind of like the screen's glitching out. But it does look pretty good for the most part. And it looks really good in VGA as well, even though apparently this game does not support VGA natively. You gotta trick it into working, which I don't have to do because I have a BIOS modded Dreamcast, so it does not do the VGA check, so it just boots everything in VGA. Except for a certain few games that just refuse to work in VGA, period. I keep going way to the right over here. Keep forgetting the finish line is over here to the left. Whoops. Well, that's a fancy way to go across the finish line. Would be cool if this game was online, yeah. Would have been nice. Although I probably would have preferred Four Wheel Thunder. Out of the two games, Four Wheel Thunder is definitely the better game. It's another arcadey style racing game, but a lot more difficult than this game. The later levels in Four Wheel Thunder are so difficult. The AI is ridiculous. And some of the tracks are really difficult as well. But yeah, I'll take any online games I can get.
Let's go. 2, 1, go.
This track can be really difficult. This snow is very slippery. But hopefully this vehicle has more traction.
Checkpoint.
The car I played originally on this track was one of the Buggies, I believe. And it did not control well on this snow. You can actually see that in my first look video on this game. I was sliding all over the place. And it does not help later in the game where the AI is more difficult, and you end up crowding around each other, going around these corners, and I get stuck on the AI opponents, and I'm sliding all over the place, crashing into walls. It can get really chaotic. Not doing too bad though. I don't even think I've hit a wall yet. So that's good. I've not played this game in quite a while, although I did do a few time trials before I started the stream, just to familiarize myself with the game again. So, considering I haven't played for quite a while, I'm not doing too bad. But then again, I am playing against the easy computer opponents at the moment. We'll see what happens when I get to the more difficult ones. Finish! Okay, not too bad. First place in every race so far. Can't beat that. "4x4 Evo is supposed to be more sim than this." Yeah. 4x4 Evo is definitely more of a simulation game. Supposed to be more accurate to real life anyway. I don't know how accurate it really is, but can Shoot make any online game, or any game online, or does it have to be an online game originally? It has to be an online game originally. You can't just add an online mode to a game. It doesn't work like that, unless you have the source code for it. Alright, okay, so we can select a different vehicle. So I'll probably go with the Sand Dragon, I think, because that's the one that I played with originally. Actually, probably could have gone with one of the Buggies for the first easy part of the championship, because it's really not a problem sliding around a bit, since the AI is way behind you anyway. But I digress. Let's go with the Sand Dragon this time. So the way this works, you play the same tracks, or 2 or 3 of the same tracks on each level of the championship, but it also adds a new track or 2, I forget how many. It adds at least 1 new track to each championship level. Actually, I think this is a new one, isn't it? Or no, we did play this one. I forget. Because, like I said, I played some time trials before I started the stream, so I don't remember which ones I played. Excuse me. As you can see, the AI is a little bit faster now. I don't know if going through that water slows you down at all. I don't think it does. I like that castle in the background. I'd like to go visit that castle someday.
What the? Don't make me mad.
Alright, we're starting to catch up.
Checkpoint. New record.
Alright, final lap. This guy is being a pest. Why is he so far ahead? Slow down. Unfortunately, this game doesn't have any nitro boost or anything like that.
Checkpoint.
This game is very arcadey, but not so arcadey that they have boost pickups or anything like that. Would have been nice though.
Straight. Straight.
Yeah, it looks like I'm getting second.
Finish.
Oh well. I tried. Think it would be possible to mod Dreamcast to do System Link and X-Link Kai like original Xbox? No.
Egypt.
No. The Dreamcast does not have any local network games.
2, 1, go. Nice move. Bye. Hey, what now? Don't make me mad. Look out. What the? Easy. Nice move. Bye. Move it. Checkpoint. Move over.
Oh, we've run into a sandstorm apparently. That was not good.
You monkey. Nice move. Hey, what do you do? You get away. Oh, move over. Pretty cool.
I love how you just flip over there. It doesn't happen every time, but if you get enough air going off of one of those sand dunes, you do a nice front flip.
Checkpoint. You monkey. Final lap. Some mud. Easy. Ha ha ha. You get away. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I definitely think the Sand Dragon is a lot easier to control than that last one. I seem to be able to maintain control of this vehicle a lot better anyway.
Checkpoint.
I almost feel like I'm playing Monaco going around some of these turns. Have to pretty much come to a complete stop.
You monkey! Look out! Finish!
Oh man, so close. I don't think I have to get first place every race. I think third does qualify, at least, to unlock the next tier of the championship mode. Oh, what the heck. The game seriously just freeze? Oh, great. Game's never frozen on me before. Unusual. Well, that sucks. Okay, then. Well, I don't know if it's saved after that first championship I beat. I guess we'll find out. This game looks alright. Would be better if it had online. Wouldn't all games be better? Relaunch this. Technical difficulties, folks. Alright. It is asking me to enter my name, which might not be a good sign. No, it did not save. Shoot. Okay, well, I don't know if I want to go through the championship again, so might do something else. I don't know. I don't know what else I can actually do because there aren't many modes except for time attack and versus. But I'll show you guys the AI really quick. This is really fun. It's a really interesting aspect of this game. So basically what you can do is you can, not in versus, in time attack, you can play through a few races, race around the track, and teach the AI how to race like you. So you can essentially make a clone racer of yourself that you can, say, race against a friend without actually racing. Or you can race against yourself, I suppose, if you want to. It's really cool. I tested it out really quick. I have only used it once, but I basically just intentionally raced really badly, and then I watched the AI opponent, or the AI that I created, and yeah, they actually did race really, really badly. They won't copy you exactly, because I did a bunch of donuts at the start line, and it didn't actually do any donuts, unfortunately, but it did weave constantly and knock into walls, which is all things that I did. But I'll show you that real quick here. Let's go with the truck here. And let's see. Let's go to one of the tracks I haven't played yet. Actually, I don't know if I can. Let's see, which one is the one with the snow? Was that? No, that wasn't France. That must have been Russia. Okay, so yeah, it's not letting me play the last two, which are the two that you have to unlock in the championship. So we'll go to France.
3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah, so I'll try and race as badly as possible, and you'll see what I mean when I race against myself later. Do a few donuts here. Even though the AI won't do that. But basically what you're supposed to do is go through a whole bunch of time trials, and the AI will learn how you race, your technique and all that. And yeah, create a clone of yourself. A clone racer. Knock into a few walls. and pretty much act like a drunk driver all overall. Bit of weaving. Knock into this fence here. Spin out. And back on my way. Unfortunately, I can't jump the fence. Or go off the bridge. Actually, can I finish the race going backwards? I want to try it. Let's do it. I wonder if the AI would actually do that. I'm guessing probably not. It's a bit hard to do when you can't see where you're going. But I'm gonna try it. Because I'm crazy like that. Hey, I almost went through the wall. I probably could glitch the game out and go through one of these walls. I would not be surprised. That did not work. Try that again. Why won't you let me go reverse? Okay, for some reason it is not letting me go reverse now. There we go. Now it is. Why are you... This is not working. Never mind. Never mind. Go forwards. Jeez. It's boring, but I'll do it. It's the finish line. Alright, I'm going across the finish line backwards. I don't care if you try and prevent me from doing it, game. Why? Why? Maybe it's because I have automatic transmission on. It's trying to automatically change me to forwards. Screw you, game.
Finish.
Ruining all my fun. Is there a button to check behind you? I don't think there is. I don't even think you can change your viewpoint, if I remember right. Could be wrong, though. Alright, save results to AI data. Yes. Oh, I actually do. It did save that. Okay, so I created that earlier. That's my really bad AI that I created. But we'll save over it. See what the AI does. Okay. So now I can go into a versus game. Actually, let me show you the level checker. I don't exactly know what this does, but as you can see, it rates my technique as 11%. I don't know if that means that it's only learned 11% of my technique, or if it's just a rating. My technique is really bad, which I would not be surprised. But if you do this check start thing, it will... I don't even know what it does. It says if this AI is good enough to beat the game. I don't know. I really don't know, but it failed last time I checked it. And I think I'm even worse this time, because it says 11% and it said 13% last time. So I managed to race worse, apparently. So we're gonna go into versus game, one player. And for my car, I'm going to select, let's go with the Coyote. And for the computer opponents, I am going to select my clone. Alright. It'd be interesting to see what it does on a different course. Because it learned my technique on the France course. But that's the only one it did. Let's try Egypt. I'm gonna do split screen, so that way you can actually see the AI driver, who will be on the bottom. I'm kind of watching the AI opponent, so I might end up crashing here, but as you can see, the AI is not doing all that well. Crashing into walls, going extremely slow. So it learned very well. It learned very well from its master. That is a drunk driver if I ever did see one. I don't know why it's going that slow, because I never really went that slow, but maybe it's just because I stopped quite a few times. It might have judged my speed by how long it took me to finish the race, which was a long time considering I was trying to do it backwards and failed and basically stopped for quite a while. But it is a pretty cool feature. I gotta say, I don't think I've ever seen anything like that in another racing game. Although I'm sure there are other racing games that claim to learn how you race and have the AI adapt to you. But to actually create your own AI racer that is supposed to race just like you is pretty cool and unique. Obviously, he's not racing the way I would normally race. But that would be no fun.
Finish!
Oh, he lost. Do I get to see him finish? I think it does, yeah. Yeah, it should continue until I exit. Oh, I've created the best AI opponent ever. Gotta love it. Yeah, so that's that. The AI learning. This game was way ahead of its time with AI. That's the big buzzword these days. Buggy Heat did it before everyone else. Or TNN Motorsports Hardcore Heat. Whatever you want to call this game. Buggy Heat is a better name, I think. They just got the sponsorship for the US version of the game. It's a very long name. Not one I would choose for it. Alright, well, I guess I have to go back to the championship mode, because, yeah, I really can't do much else. But I'll pick a different racer this time, just to mix things up. Let's go with the Dune Hopper. It's probably one of the faster cars in the game, I would imagine.
Dune Hopper! USA!
Let's go!
3, 2, 1, go!
Shoot! Yeah!
You gotta go really slow on this section with the beach. Very hard to control here.
Checkpoint!
The screeching sound effect in this game can get quite annoying. I'd say that's one of the weaker aspects of the game, the sound effects in general. Probably not that great. The engine effects, the squealing of the tires. Irritating squealing of the tires.
Checkpoint!
Yeah, this car is definitely a lot faster. It's controlling alright, too. We'll see what happens when I get to the snow level. Wait till we get to Russia. Then that'll test it out.
Finish!
I used to think that for Gran Turismo, which for some reason they kept it up for Gran Turismo 5. You mean the tires screeching? I don't think I've ever played a Gran Turismo game.
Easy!
Never been big into simulation racing. Arcade racing is where it's at for me. So Gran Turismo never really intrigued me.
Move it.
Although I have to admit, Monaco Online is fun. Just because it's online, though. I've never played the game offline, and I don't plan to.
Checkpoint.
This does look like more fun than GT5. Or GT, okay. I suppose it depends on what kind of racing games you're into. So when I finish this championship, I will save the game. So in case the game freezes on me again. As I said, I played through this entire game, it never froze on me before, so that's weird. I'm playing off my hard drive modded Dreamcast with Dreamshell, which is what I played it off of originally, and it was fine. But I am using the new Dreamshell loader, and originally I would have used the old version, so could be something to do with that. I always forget about this U-turn here. I can actually cut across the dirt there. Gotta say, I'm actually liking this vehicle. It doesn't control nearly as badly as I thought it would. Because I figured, you know, the trucks, they're bigger, slower, they should control better. But the dune buggy is actually pretty good. Although dune buggies are meant to be driven on the sand, so it makes sense. But again, we'll see what happens when I get to the snow. Snow is another thing entirely. No, we'll go back. Can I go through reverse? I need to go back, and it's a good thing the AI racers suck on the easy level. Wow, there's still a fair bit behind me, too.
Finish.
Hey, I'll take it. Notice in Monaco you can press start at the beginning of the race to change a ton of values for your car. Interesting. Monaco offline equals so-so, Monaco online equals superb. Pretty much. I don't think I've actually ever played the game offline. I don't think I have. Could be wrong, maybe I tested it one time, but...
Let's have fun.
3, 2,
But yeah, I wouldn't play it offline. I just have no interest in it. Not my type of racing game, but just because you can play it online, it's fun. When you add the human element to it.
checkpoint.
I'm just trying to take it nice and slow around these corners. almost did a front flip. Alright, not too bad. Not too bad. Didn't mean to come to a complete halt there.
New record. Final lap.
Yeah, I'm actually really liking this vehicle. It's performing impressively well on all of the terrain it's gone over so far. And it's fairly speedy.
Checkpoint.
What's this vehicle called again? The Dune Flopper? Is that what it is? It's a play on words. It's not a Dune Hopper, it's a Dune Flopper.
Finish.
Nice. Hey, Tiger, I am doing well. Monaco sim equals 180 spinouts for days. It definitely doesn't take much to do a spinout in Monaco. Okay, I'm gonna go back and save the game, which is under here. I think there's actually an option in here for autosave, but it is off by default. Wait. No, it's not in here. Okay, where is the save? Library, time attack, championship. I know there's an option to save somewhere. Did I miss it? Game settings, sound, key settings. Oh, you can turn the driver voices on and off. I was wondering if you could do that. I never actually checked. So if it does get annoying, you can turn it off. That's good to know. Course map on, character icon on, vibration on or off. Starting view. Oh, you can change. Oh, you can change your view. I did not know that. Driver view, front view, motion. Guess that's maybe an overhead view. And slower car boost. Oh, that's interesting as well. Turn that on or off. There's a decent amount of settings in there. Well, I saved my game options. That's not what I was trying to save, though. Is there an option to save in here, maybe?
Dune Hopper.
Okay, I am confused. I know this game has an option to save somewhere. Because it didn't autosave, obviously. I just don't know where it is. Well, if I do a time attack...
Dune Hopper.
Maybe that's why I don't have a save file. Maybe this game doesn't have a save option. I don't know. Weird. Alright, well, we're gonna risk it. Just gonna go in here. Hopefully it doesn't freeze. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Dune Hopper again. Oh, it is Dune Hopper. It's not Flopper. For some reason it looked like Flopper on the back of the car. Unless it does say Flopper on the back. I don't know.
Run.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
I drive like your AI when I'm playing Monaco. I'm sure you're not that bad.
Great. Oh no! Hold on! Get out of my way. Shoot! Move it! Great!
I prefer Flopper. Yeah, me too. I like it. Dune Flopper. Sounds good to me.
Checkpoint.
Nice move.
Hey, nice flip. Love doing the front flips. It doesn't seem to slow you down either. You seem to do the same speed when you're flipping.
Yeah.
I could flip this entire race.
New record.
Looking good.
Excuse me, thank you. See you later, pal. Nice knowing you. Yeah, I definitely like this vehicle better. So much faster, and it controls well, too. I'm surprised there's no announcer voice for the turns. Short left, short right.
New record.
Like Sega Rally.
Final lap.
Hard turn left. Maybe breaking some records on this one.
Checkpoint.
Well,
Oh, that water does slow you down. Well, now I know.
Finish.
Nice. This game seems silly. I like it. It is. It does not take itself too seriously, that's for sure. It does say saving system data. So why did it not save? That's weird. So it does autosave then. So I don't know why I have to play the easy mode over again.
Egypt.
So weird.
okay.
3, 2,
How many Sega Saturn games do you have? I don't know. I've quite a few. If I had to guesstimate, around 20 or so. Definitely not as big as my Dreamcast collection, that's for sure.
Looking good. Move it.
Bought a lot of Saturn games recently. I don't even own a Saturn. Well, it's not as crazy as you might think. I own Master System games, and I own a Master System 3D glasses set. But I don't own a Master System. So there you go. The games were dirt cheap, and I got a really good deal on the 3D glasses, so that's why I bought them. I plan on getting either a Master System or a Master System 3D converter for the Genesis at some point. New record. I seriously don't get the bad ratings for this game. I mean, would anyone consider this 1 out of 5 stars? That's a ridiculously low rating. I mean, I can find a few flaws with this game. Like I said, the sound effects aren't that great. Collision detection is not very good. Or collision physics, more specifically. But there's nothing in this game that would warrant a 1 out of 5 rating. It is a fun game. It has a cool personality to it as well. Would this game be better with the wheel? I don't play with the wheel that much. I own 2 wheels for the Saturn, or not for the Saturn, for the Dreamcast. It's Saturn on my mind now. Yeah, for the Dreamcast I have 2 racing wheels, and I never really use them. I have a racing wheel for my PS2 as well, and I used to use that a lot with Need for Speed. Yeah, with now the name of it is slipping my mind. Need for Speed. Yeah, a Need for Speed game on PS2. I don't know why I can't think of the name. I'm drawing a blank at the moment. But yeah, I used to play that all the time with the steering wheel. It's really the only game I ever played with a racing wheel. Hot Pursuit 2, that's the game. Thank you. No idea why I couldn't think of the name of it. It's one of my favorite games on the PS2 as well. Probably one of my favorite racing games of all time. So much better than the modern Need for Speed games. The AI for the police is so much better in Hot Pursuit 2 than any of the modern games. Used to play the PC version. I hear the PC version of Hot Pursuit 2 is a lot different. It's a completely different game than the PS2 version. I guess it's equivalent to the Xbox version. PS2 version is a completely different game. Supposedly they're both good, but it's interesting though. Usually they don't make a completely unique game for one system when it's a third-party multi-platform game. But they did. Man, this is amazing. I'm doing really well on this race, and I'm only half paying attention too. Finish! Alright, first place in every race so far, I believe. A nice improvement. Alright, I believe this is the last one. This is the new course, Peru. So if I beat this, I will unlock it for use in time trial.
2, 1, go!
What Saturn games do you own and what are your favorites? You know, I'm not huge into the Saturn at the moment anyway. You know, I have quite a few Saturn games. I can name a few of my favorites anyway. Fighters Megamix is definitely up there. Love that game. Sega Rally 2 and Daytona are fun as well, which is unusual because I'm not usually into those sort of games. Those types of racing games, especially Daytona. But the game's oddly fun. I also have 3 Dirty Dwarves, which is also a lot of fun. Really, really nice looking 2D Saturn game as well. All hand-drawn graphics.
What happened?
Panzer Dragoon 2 as well. That's a lot of fun. Never beat that game. I got quite a bit into it, and once I got to the later levels, again, I was probably pretty close to the end. It got really difficult.
Checkpoint.
Trying to think of some of the other ones I have. I have Golden Axe, the Duel, which is a fairly rare game for the Saturn. I don't like it at all. It's rare, but I don't know if it's a very highly regarded game. But I'm not into 2D fighters, and I can't even win one single match in that game. I don't know if it's because I suck or if the AI is just really difficult. Want to give that to me? What do you mean, Golden Axe the Duel or the Saturn? I want to get more into the Saturn. The problem with Saturn is the games are really expensive. At least most of the major games, anyway. Golden Axe. I want to hold on to Golden Axe. Oh, another really good game is Destruction Derby for the Saturn. That's actually a really cheap game. That's a lot of fun, though. Actually, I think I have a video of that up on the channel. Did that a long time ago. Need to pay a bit more attention to the race here. Oh, there's another game too that's a lot of fun. I forget the name of it now. It has a bunch of goblins in it. It's like a... I think it's like a real-time strategy game. I forget. It's sort of like Warcraft almost. And there is Warcraft 2 on the Saturn. I don't own that though. Yeah, it's a game with a lot of FMV cutscenes. I forget the name of it. No, it's not Dungeon Keeper.
Record. Final lap.
Lost Vikings? Nope, that is not it either. Keep trying. Yeah, the goal of the game is to protect your village from goblins, I think. By putting up defenses. There's a bunch of different traps that you can put down, like spikes. Things like that. Yeah, so I guess in that way it's more of a tower defense. Or village defense, I guess. In this case.
Checkpoint.
Most of my Saturn games are Capcom fighting games. I don't think I own any Capcom games for the Saturn. I do have King of Fighters 95, I think, or 97, 96, I don't know. One of the King of Fighters games. It's the one that supports the extra RAM pack for the Saturn. That's the reason I bought it, because I wanted to see what it looked like with the RAM expansion.
Finish.
Nice. Game in the description is PSO. Yeah, YouTube will do that sometimes. This is not PSO, in case you were wondering. Alright, we have unlocked expert mode. Sweet. Let's move right on. I am gonna stick with the Dune Hopper because it's awesome.
Dune Hopper.
That is my favorite vehicle in the game now.
Ram.
I got King of Fighters 96 with the RAM cartridge. Yeah, that might be the one I have. I know it's one of them. One of the King of Fighter games.
Okay. Nice.
Oh, we got a super chat. Thank you, Aberrations.
Yeah. Shoot.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Okay.
I like how they changed the weather for the different difficulty levels. Like for Egypt in that last one, you had the sandstorm, which was not on the easy difficulty level. And now we have a nice storm going on, which is pretty awesome actually. Really cool looking purple lightning in the background.
Come again.
Nice lighting effects.
Checkpoint.
Yeah, this has definitely got more difficult. I am 3rd place, and I'm actually doing pretty well.
Looking good.
Checkpoint.
Man, I am doing horribly. It's amazing, they really ramped up the difficulty for the AI. This is not the AI I created, that's for sure. They'd have to create an entirely new difficulty level just for my AI. Super easy.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
I jinxed it by saying they were too easy. Probably. I remember the hard difficulty level being quite challenging. First time I played through the game. I did eventually beat it though. Unfortunately, I don't have proof of that anymore, since my save file seems to have gone bye-bye. Still have no idea what happened to that.
Looking good.
The save file doesn't take up that many blocks, so I doubt I deleted it to save space or anything. It only takes up 9 blocks, unless you want to make an AI opponent. If you make custom AI, it takes up, I think, around 60 blocks. And saving a replay is also 60 blocks as well. Are the games being played online in Dreamcast Live? Do you personally host a server like Master Authentication server for all the games people are connecting and playing? I do not host the servers, no. I host Toy Racer, but all the other ones are hosted by, well, PSO is hosted by Silverant, Quake 3 Arena is hosted by Dreamcast Talk, as well as 4x4 Evo, and Shu hosts all the other servers.
Looking good. Move it. Okay. Nice move. Hold on.
Hello, Brandon.
Checkpoint.
So I think even if I lose this, I still get to play through all of the tracks anyway. So that's good. I don't necessarily need to beat the game, but would like to show all the tracks on the stream. At least I'm doing better on this race, he says as someone passes him. I'll take second place. I mean, I'll take first. Anything but fifth, which is what I got on the last one, I think. Excuse me. I have tornadoes shooting out the back of my tires. Some really weird graphical effects in this game.
Checkpoint. Final lap.
Come on, just need to pass this one guy. It's so hard to pass people in this game because if you hit them, you get stuck on them. Like I said, it's that weird collision physics, which is pretty much non-existent. This guy keeps hitting that same wall every time. I should learn by now. Yeah, I'm going around you. Of course, now you're not going to get stuck on the wall. Well, second place, I'll take it. I know I keep hitting him. Don't worry, if you lose, I'm sure you can blame it on lag. Not with an offline game, I can't. Ooh, Egypt at night. Hey, what's going on, Hunter? Checking those sweet, sweet dream points.
Looking good.
There we go. Yes. See, that's how you do that corner. The AI knows what to do. You can cut across that corner, save you a bit of time. No, you are not going to pass me. I am determined to get my second place. I've reserved that spot. Oh, jeez.
Great.
Don't get in my way.
Oh, no. Yeah. Come again. Looking good. Yeah. Yeah.
Look at that sweet, sweet front flip. Hey, thanks, buddy. Kind of helped me around that corner. Jeez, the guy in first place is about a mile ahead of me. Oh, that was not a good turn. Don't pass me, don't pass me. All I gotta do is cross the finish line. Come on, second place. Second place, it's all mine. I just need to take it. It's right there. Just reach out and take it. Grab it. Front flip. There we go. Oh, no, no, no! You! Unbelievable. How did he even do that? Oh, oh, that wasn't the final lap. Oh, I have another chance here. I've been given a second chance. Hello, Eric. Should not be looking at the chat while I'm racing.
Checkpoint.
Okay.
The turn is so hard to make. No, you are not gonna... You... Just get out of my way. Get out of my way. Fourth place is unacceptable. Unacceptable. I won't take it. Come on, just gotta pass the finish line. Come on. Go, go, go. Front flip. Nah. There we go. Work started up again, so it's tough for me to make the beginning of the Monday streams. No excuses, Hunter. You need to be here. It's your job. You're the moderator. This is your job. I mean, you don't get paid for it, but still your job.
3, 2, 1, go!
Move it. Okay. Oh no!
Not really a good start. Got a bit of a blizzard going on now.
Come again.
Checkpoint.
It is nice that they change up the tracks. Because again, you do play mostly the same tracks on every difficulty level. But at least they change the weather and the time of day and things like that.
Move it. Great.
So that's nice. It varies things up a bit.
Nice move. Oh no! Hold on. Get out of my way. Yeah. Great. Nice move.
Checkpoint.
Ow. Oh no!
Checkpoint.
Racing profile pictures are scaring you.
Hold on.
Some of them are a bit menacing.
Get out of my way. Okay. Great.
They actually do change expressions depending on what position they're in, if you noticed. So if they're in fourth place, they'll have more of an angry expression. See, that guy just went into fourth place. He was smiling, and then he changes to kind of a neutral face.
Oops.
Checkpoint.
Looking good.
I read that the controls for the Japanese version were a bit buggy. Oh yeah, buggy.
Yeah.
I get it. I think the Japanese version is a little less polished, which is true for a few other Dreamcast games as well.
Finish.
Like Redline Racer, which is, was it Suzuki All-Star Racing in the US, I think in PAL territories as well. But yeah, Redline Racer, you'll notice is actually a pretty big difference. Dreamcast Junkyard actually did an article comparing them, and Redline Racer, the graphics are not quite as good as Suzuki All-Star, and I think the controls were not as polished. I think there are some bugs, things like that. So they do that sometimes, since the Japanese version is usually the first one to be released, so they have time to polish it up before they release it in other regions.
2, 1, go.
Looking good.
Alright, so we are on the final track. This is the new one for the hard difficulty level.
Nice move.
Look at this ridiculous
Get out
pile
of
up.
my way.
There's no way to get past it either. It's like this giant wall of cars.
Move it. Okay. Oh no! Get out of my way. Shoot. Great. Yeah. Come again. Looking good. Get out of my way.
It's crazy. I feel like I'm racing pretty good here. Well, sometimes.
Great.
But yeah, I'm still doing terribly as far as position goes.
Checkpoint.
But that's fine. We're on the final track. We saw every track in the game, so I'm happy. I did quite well on the previous difficulty levels.
Checkpoint.
I think one of the negatives that they mentioned about this game in the reviews is the fact that there isn't a whole lot to it. Which is kind of true. It doesn't take long to finish the championship mode. Well, depending on how many times it takes you to complete the hard difficulty. Hey, thank you, Dingo. Never played Buggy Heat. Thanks for showing me. You're welcome, Dingo. Happy to show you your unseen Dreamcast games. I always like showing underdog Dreamcast games. I always like finding hidden gems. This is definitely one, as far as I'm concerned. Alright, final lap. I think the best I can hope for is not getting last place. Whoa! I'd say this is probably the most difficult track in the game. There aren't any really crazy difficult tracks. But I'd say this is the hardest one. This is at least the one that I remember having the most trouble with. I mean, it's the final race in the game, so it makes sense. They are all pretty well-designed tracks, though. Very varied as well. A lot of cool themes like Egypt and US and whatever this is. I feel like this is a motocross Egypt construction site combination. I don't know. I forget what this one is called. Oh wait, that wasn't the last one? Oh, this is Japan track. Class Expert. Well, yeah, this is all Expert. I keep calling it hard difficulty, but it is called Expert. Okay, so we got one more.
Let's go.
3, 2,
Oh yeah, I remember this one.
1, go!
I think this one was a bit easier than that last one, if I remember right.
Okay.
A bit of a Tokyo Extreme Racer vibe here.
Great. Oh,
Not quite as reflective as Tokyo Extreme Racer, though. That game is all about the car reflections. Oh man, I completely lost control of the car. Jeez, I can't take these turns. Just coming to a complete halt.
yeah.
Well, the CPU players aren't doing much better.
New record!
Gotta love it when the CPU player just kind of stops in the middle of the road and you ram right into him. Oh man. Excuse me. Excuse me. Actually helped me with that turn a bit.
Looking good.
New record!
Final lap.
Final lap!
Alright, I'm not gonna say anything about how well I'm doing right now, because I'll just jinx myself. I'm doing terribly. I'm going to lose.
Get out of my way.
Why am I losing control of the car? All of a sudden, I am sliding like I'm on butter.
Move it. Yeah.
Checkpoint.
Okay. I knew I was gonna ram right in back of him. Okay, took that turn a little bit better anyway. Oh, thank you for the boost, sir. Appreciate it.
Finish.
Yes! 3rd place. I'll take it on Expert. Final race on Expert, too, I believe. I said the last one was the final race, but I was wrong. Needed to clear 3rd, ranking this time 4th. Oh, so close. So close to qualifying. I don't think I got 1st when I beat this game before. I'm sure I probably got 3rd, maybe 2nd at the best. But yeah, I didn't quite qualify, but that's alright. I didn't really plan on beating the game. It took me quite a few tries to beat Expert first time I tried. So I'd be on this live stream probably for another few hours. But I'm just happy that I went through all of the different difficulties though. Got to play all 6 of the courses. So yeah, this has been TNN Motorsports Hardcore Heat. I like this game, it's fun. Definitely check it out if you haven't. Ignore all the bad reviews. I don't know what these people were smoking when they made these reviews. This is not a bad game at all. It has its downfalls, but it's overall fun, and that's what counts in the end. And the AI creator is pretty cool as well. I've never seen that in a game before, where you can make a computer player that races just like you. I don't know how well it works, but I know if I race really badly or try to teach it to race badly, it will. Unfortunately, I can't teach it to do donuts. So that's a bit disappointing, but it's still a cool feature anyway. Would have been cool to have online play in this game, as would quite a few other games as well. But anyway guys, that is going to be it for the live stream for today. Hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the super chats from Aberathon's Abattoir and Dingo. But yeah, I will be back on Friday with some Worms World Party as usual. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.